That should be right. Greetings, all my dreamers and dreamettes. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Good vibes, healing energy to all my peoples out there. We made it another day, another life. It's always good to make it to another day because there's so many things going on. When I see you guys back here, I know you did the right things to make steps into the next new day. So what's going on, y'all? There's a lot of things going down. I got a lot of updates for you guys. I got a lot of things to put you up on. Besides that, I have two videos out right now that after this, you guys can go check it out. You know, I got the dopest reactions on YouTube. Just opening your minds up to something a little different. So I'm feeling good this morning, and I am ready to drop something off for you guys so you guys can take it home with you. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over is Ti and Tiny. You know they're in court. I believe this is their third day, third time in court with that whole situation with these big companies. Man, they're taking from the small people, and they actually it looks like they was biting off the OMG girls. I guess they did like a remake of it. They did their own version of it, but it really looks like the OMG girls. If you wanted to do anything that had to do with them, why didn't you just work out a deal? So they're still in court figuring it out. And yeah, I'm just happy that they keep it up with the fight. That's what I'm used to keeping up with the fight. I'm not used to just bowing out. Nah, you got to keep up with the fight. No matter how you gonna get a win, get your win, get your win, get your win, get your win. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys about the whole West Indian Day parade and how it went down. You know, it's sad that with these gatherings, like I told you, there's always going to be somebody just over drinking, overthinking, and just doing something out of the norm, and then weapon is in hand, and then all of a sudden we have situations like this. But to be honest with you, I'm so sick and tired of just people not understanding what is going on and the type of energy that's out there. And I just feel so happy just to have the mindset that I have right now. That is the most priceless thing right now that I'm holding very dear to my heart because I I see things before it's going down. And it's not like it's like a big prediction like, you can't tell that something could possibly happen, but it's just sad that it most likely does. And but as far as the whole West Indian Day parade, big ups to all my West Indians out there enjoying yourself, had a good time, and just coming together. That's what it's all about. I'm pretty sure that person that shot into the crowd and shot those six people is probably not even West Indian. Probably just mad they was having a good time and just totally crazy to even shoot in the crowd. It's not. It's more than just a mistake. You can get the rest of your life behind bars behind that, especially in New York. So I don't know what these people are thinking out here. What's going on with their mental? But you got to get your mind right. And if you need any help getting your mind right, this is the channel you need to be on because me myself, I'm getting my mind right. Well, my mind is right, but I'm just getting myself back in a place where you just have to have that unbothered energy. This channel right here is for people that want to learn and open their minds to new things and feel unbothered about doing it. No matter what anybody says, no matter how many views, we are here to concentrate on bettering our life and getting ahead and pointing out those people that try to take us down. The war never ends until it's over. Okay, so now after that, Machine Gun Kelly, he made a statement on how it was in the past Diddy had gave him crazy drugs. I'm not surprised when it comes down to that. Machine Gun Kelly, I'm not too fond of his music, but I was listening to his music the most when I believe he was going back and forth with Eminem. But as far as Machine Gun Kelly, he was signed to Bad Boy at a time, and he's saying that Diddy had at one time had offered him crazy drugs. I'm not surprised. Anybody that was on that label, I guess they were one step away from doing some drugs that can change their life forever. And it's a sad thing, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour might look good from afar, but when you get close, it's so blinding that you'll never get your eyesight back again. So I'm just happy that the people that didn't get harmed by this man's wicked doings are just here to talk about it and they're not somewhere passed away because so many people from that record label has passed away and it's just scary. Another thing that, not sticking on Bad Boy, but going over to Mace, man. Mace is looking good, in good shape, and getting himself together. People are, people always like to say about people's health and blame it on this or blame it. Maybe it wasn't the Ozempic. Maybe he actually said what he did, like with that trainer. And even if it was something that he took, that's his health. He doesn't have to display that or tell people on social media. But the one thing that I do see is he looks like his old self again. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of celebrities that did what he did, and people probably mistaken it for like they were doing something else, but it really does. I think what it does, Mace lost all his water weight, it looks like, and that was his actual size. A lot of people are obese. A lot of people, I see a lot of people there are heavy and set, and they're not. Their bodies are not really set to be a heavy set person, and that's what weighs in on your heart. So you have to be very, very careful and aware of your health conditions. And I think Mace was just aware of his health conditions, and he wanted to extend his life, and he started thinking better. And now this is the results of it. So shouts out to Mace, and shouts out to Cam for dope podcasts, and they're just out there doing their thing. You can't hate on people that's doing their thing and bettering their life. I told you that's one of the first things you should do before anything. Before you better your house, your living, better your health. That's what it's all about. Because we also have another guy that he passed away, and I don't know if it was her manager, but he passed away, and he passed away at 40 years old. Now, to the youth, that might seem like old age, but 40 years old is not really that old. It's not really that old. So to be passing away at a younger age, like I told you before, on the news they try to claim that people are living longer. No, when and research tells us that people are dying 10 years earlier than they were before. So you have to pay attention to that. It's because of the food that's out here right now. You might think it's food that's cooked, but everything looks like fast food. So you have to know what you're putting in your body and how it's making your body feel. So rest in peace to that guy. But it's just so much going on. And I wanted to give you guys an update on the. Let me see the little Troy. So little Troy had a heart attack as well. And we all know Little Troy from that Boiler song. That was one of his biggest hits. It went around the world, that song. But he's feeling better, and he's in good spirits, and he feels blessed to be living another day. And this is the type of energy that's going to make his healing a very easier process and very understanding for his mind to understand what's going on. So he's just pick. You could tell after this is over, he's going to pick a route of going the healthier way. So I'm so happy that he made it through this whole situation and having a heart attack, and now he's out here ready to maybe he can tell some people and give people some insight on his experience of that heart attack. It might seem harsh, but these are things that he can help somebody else look out for. So shouts out to him. I want to give another thing. I want to give another rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. I've just been seeing it just doesn't stop. When you're a good person, that good energy, people can't let you go, and I felt some of that love that they was giving him, because that's the same type of love that I had for Big Cap. Rest in peace. So Fat Man Scoop, the people that he touched all around the world, that was one of the biggest things. But I wanted to touch on another side. Behind the scenes, Fat Man Scoop, as just from the outside looking in, and this is just my take on it, it feels like he wasn't getting compensated for his work and his time like he wanted to. So he had to travel so many different places to gather his money together. And as a hip hop culture, when we see one of our brothers and sisters really not getting their proper due, we should at least try to do something about it. And as a culture, forget about looking at that man's pockets or how much you think he's supposed to deserve. But if you see him taking a whole bunch of trips and having to go like all the way across the world for some money, then you know that it's hard that he's not feeling compensated for the when he's at home. I've seen a lot of artists, a lot of people get rich in their own state, and that's because the love that they have there. And as a man like that, he was a good guy. It seems like in the industry, the good dudes they oftentimes are the ones that get fed with these bad contracts or don't get paid what they feel like they should be compensated. And it's just like we got to do better, and we have to throw a little more respect on for the DJs out there, because they they actually help build hip hop too. Having DJs around, and them, it gives you a form of achievement that a DJ might have picked your song for a mixtape. A DJ might have took your song and played it in the club wherever they travel. These are signs of accomplishments, and hip hop is missing these accomplishments. All that hip hop has right now is you can drop your video on YouTube or Instagram or one of these sites and get those quick reactions. But it needs more. It needs more. Being that social media came in, it kind of drowned the fan and artist connection. So to get that real connection back instead of the fake connections that's been posted on social media, you have to have different openings and have, like, if Fat Man Scoop was compensated, he didn't have to travel so much and overwork himself. I'm hearing that he had a Red Bull before this happened. And for anybody out there, I don't know about these energy drinks. When I was way younger, I drank Red Bull before, but I stopped drinking it because Red Bull is one of those things, and this is not down in the company because it's one of those things where it could be good for some, but it could be harmful for others. A lot of people, it increases your heart rate. Now, maybe that doesn't happen for a lot of people, but for certain people, it increases your heart rate. So if you have anxiety, any health issues that has to do with your respiratory or anything like that, that is not the drink for you. And I'm seeing people used to mix that with liquor and all this type of stuff. These are the type of things that makes your body crash, especially if you're on like medications and things like that. You do not want to put these things in the mix because even when you travel and you take off on the airplane, that you can doctors will tell you that that is not the healthiest thing to do when you have a lot of medication in your body and you're mixing Red Bull. That thing could give you a heart attack. Whether you think it tastes the best thing in the world, these are things that you really have to look out for. And take a young person at 20 years old can get a heart attack off of that Red Bull if they used it or mixed it with the wrong drink. Trust me when I tell you guys, you have to be safe and pay attention to your health a little bit closer. Now that in these times the foods are being contaminated, this is something that you have to pay attention to. Don't be like them other people and they're just going out there and just buying fast food, and they're not getting their food cooked. At least 40% of your food should at least be cooked, and try to get more of that in yourself, and you can start seeing your body just heal up it by itself. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, so okay, now you guys know Hewlett Packard, right? Um, this is the reason why I tell you that this being a billionaire, a big millionaire, if you're in debt, you leave your family with all the pain, the hurt, the debt. It drops all in your family. You're leaving all of that pain on them because he owed so many people and they're still coming to collect. He had died in a yacht accident. I don't know how he passed it. I believe the yacht sank and he passed away. But the people that he owed, man, they come in to collect their money, and it's not, people want their money. So that is probably left onto his family. So that's a whole mess. I don't know. I'll update you guys on that Friday and let you guys get a clearer understanding of that situation. It's just something I came across. I was reading. And I was just like, look at this, man. People with money are still putting themselves in more debt because they don't know how to manage their money right. I also want you guys to check out after this is over the reaction I did on bank scams because the new bank scams are so crazy, you guys. You want to understand how easy it is for somebody to jump in your bank account and take everything you have. And I wanted to just open your mind so you can protect yourself from that because out here, a lot of us, we have little businesses, money coming in. We might have it put in certain places, and we don't want people to come in there and take the little bit we have because we're trying to build and get to a place where it could be sustainable for our family and ourselves. And you have a lot of wicked people out there, or just greedy people out there, that they're looking to take the things that you have and put it in their bank account, not even working as hard as you did for it. So you got to be mindful of that. So I open your eyes to that, how to protect yourself, and so you can feel more safer online with spreading your information out. Because a lot of these apps that they're asking for permission from other places like YouTube, so they can add things to your videos. These are the places that end up hacking whatever you have going on. You have to understand that if you give somebody permission to your email, this and that, they can go. That permission could extend further into your bank account. And with AI and everything going on in these times, it can gather up all your information that you ever put online and put it in a one whole story. And now they have all your information, and they can use all the information that they have on you just to get into your bank account, whatever you have going, they can get into it. So when I tell you guys that It's so easy to be scammed and hacked in these times. You will have to be careful. You have to be careful, you guys. Don't put your and don't and I showed another thing on the video where people are getting scammed in these grocery stores and things like that because they're putting the thing to read the cards. I put everything in there for you guys so you can look at it. It's gonna drop your jaw of some of the things that they have right now for scamming equipment and things like that. But it's gonna keep your mind open to knowing that that's out there. Once you know it's out there, you can prepare and look out for it. If you don't know it and don't have any understanding, it's easier for you to get robbed. Come on. So want to keep you guys sharp on just like how I am. What's up? What's up, y'all? Love y'all. Love y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good vibes. All my peoples out there. Hope y'all feeling good this morning. Just sending y'all some good energy. You know how I give it up, y'all. NYC style. NYC style. NYC love to wherever you guys at. That's how we giving it up, man. Um, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Because there's so many. Oh, did y'all see? The feds are raiding more than just Diddy's house. Trust me when I tell you. The feds also raided. See, the governor is going through some. Governor Cuomo is going through some things, and I'm gonna tell you from my version of it and my understanding of it what went down. What happens is when we see these places like say China and Russia and places like that hacking us, and we get on social media and we splurting out how we feel about China, this and that. We also have to remember that where we live is a melting pot of different people, and some people that's Chinese, the people out here are of that nationality. So when you're disrespecting the people out here that have that nationality, and the people out here start to feel some kind of way. And what happened was in this incident, this person, they were giving information from out here to the people in China. So that's what happens. And it's all about trust. No matter how the world or America looks at it, like if somebody out here is going against them, the whole truth is that when you put something out there, you put people out there, and if they're giving information, there's definitely something wrong. Why are they giving information to another place? Are they not being compensated? Because these people are paying big, big money for other people's data, for data. So if it comes to the point where Americans are giving up American data just to make a dollar, this turns into the back to the whole hip hop method, like twerking for change and doing nonsense for this. This is where it led to because we're so much in a depth out here that we can't even realize who's for us or who's against us because we are against us. And it's people don't understand the trust is being broken. That's why a lot of companies they are dropping out now. Right now we have the highest CEOs retiring from their jobs. In all time, the highest amount of CEOs retiring from their jobs. And there's a reason for that. They're taking what they have and they're leaving with it. And they're not looking back at the building burning. That's the mentality of today because people feel like everybody's trying to get theirs. I gotta get mine, I gotta get mine. And nobody ain't really getting anything. The people that, like I said, everybody has to define their certain ways of what power is. But the true power is not the person that you think, not the person that's coming that can put a hit out on their own people. That's like hood stuff. That's not power. Power is when you can actually talk to them people up there and make things shift things around. That's power. The power that this whole hip hop display of power is that power would get landing people in jail for the rest of their life. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Everything that we've been seeing from this time in the past, it's a lot of this stuff is a facade. A lot of dudes don't even want to admit in hip hop that Diddy's gay. They don't want to even admit that. The truth is, the secrets that's been holding from these people in this industry and in entertainment are the most deceitful people. The people that hold the most secrets and hold things over their head, those are the deceitful people. Those are the people that you gotta watch out for. You don't know who they really are. Come on now. But the things that we're seeing, this didn't happen yesterday. This happened in the past. What we're seeing right now, this is the end of the crumble. This is the end of the crumble. This is the crumbs. That's the end of the crumble leaves crumbs on the floor. That's where we at. That's why I don't really pay attention to that. I mean, I gotta keep my spirit going, and I have things going on behind the scenes that I'm I'm bringing in my income and trying to get things up. Come on now. You can't put your chips in one basket in these times, man. You have to spread yourself a little out, a little wider, so you can have things from all angles. And I'm gonna drop a reaction to just making some money and different ways people are making money in these times. Instead of people just looking at this old school way of you have to do what he did and she did. No, you don't. Do what your heart wants you to do and you feel good about doing, so you'll live a better life. For real, you think I didn't enjoy the West Indian Day, the parade or the day? No, I enjoyed myself. I just didn't enjoy it with them because I value myself more. To say, you know what, it's almost like a toss up. What would happen out there? Why would I've been to so many of those. Why would I put myself there right when I know that their energy ain't right? There's gonna be somebody out there that's just not supposed to be there. That's just the way it is. In my time, it was never ever like that, and it's because the energy and people being promised and these promises being broken. It's just America as a whole. Gotta straighten things up. Gotta straighten things up. People love the gossip. People love the foolishness and the ridiculousness, but they can't handle it. See, like I always tell people, everybody loves a good story, but nobody wants to hear the real story. They want to hear a good story, but they just don't want to hear the real story. And that's the sad thing about it, man. The truth is that you're going to see a lot of things coming up from September all the way into November. You're going to see a lot of things that you never expected. And that's just how it goes. Because it's boiling down to the time where that people are being called out and things are being solved by AI and different things like that. So once you see that's happening, yeah, people are gonna be getting caught at a faster rate now. I'm seeing people go back in cases that were in the 80s and being charged for it. So what makes you think something in the early 2000s they can't just quickly just solve real quick? Come on now, we have to be aware of all of these things. And if you was a bad person from the start, you're probably a bad person now. So you being caught, you should prepare yourself for that as well. Come on now, that's just how it goes. All my Virgos out there, shouts out to all my Virgos out there. Birthday coming up one of these days. I'll tell you what, I'll be probably celebrating it probably next Monday. How about that? That's good enough. I'll be celebrating my birthday with you guys next Monday. I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough to put out there. I think that's cool. Um, I have so many things planned. Like I overwork myself on my birthday. It's just something I love doing. Buying a few things, overwork myself, get things situated. So that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, Macy he looks way healthier. That as far when it comes to rap, the lifestyle from back then, just the drinking and the constant like running back and forth, eating foods, airport foods, and just eating unhealthy. It takes a toll on you and it starts to weigh on you. So if you don't catch that in the early and also like start paying attention to your health in the early, it's gonna take whatever you have going down. Excuse me one minute. It's gonna take whatever you have going down. And I heard another thing too. I'm hearing Ti's son King he's expecting a baby. Congratulations to King. And with a name like that, you know that being a man and standing on your business and standing on the things that's right. You know how your father and your mother raised you. You know they didn't raise you. They raised you to have some sense and don't follow the hip hop way of raising kids. Follow your mother and father because you guys are good kids and you know it. Even though you've been through some things in the past, raise your kid and show him that he don't gotta go out there and pick up something and point at somebody to be somebody. So congratulations to King, and I'm just sending him just some good energy to King and the family over there. Ti, Tiny, great family. You just want to see everybody doing the right thing, and then I'm hearing people had their thing about Cardi B. Um, just getting up with Offset. Look, listen, people, you gotta stay out of people's business. They are, they are, they have kids together, and people feel like Breakups, they should just one stay on this side of the earth and one stay on that side of the earth. Once you have a kid with somebody, it's a bond that is forever is gonna be there. Whether it's not a love bond, it could be just a bond that you have because you guys share kids together. People have to stay out of people's business. Now, if you see a celebrity come out and start, and you can always tell when a celebrity is asking for help or asking for people's opinion. She's over there and people are worrying about why she's with Offset. What are you talking about? That's his baby mother. People go through things and people cheat on people and things happen and sometimes people do get back together. It's a reality, you guys. It's a reality. Not having somebody in your corner to love or actually love you is not really the best of things, you guys. It's not. Now, when you're in a situation like what they're in, they can co-parent, and I feel like they can work together and still raise the kids. Being that they have so much money and so much time that they can play with, they're more in control of their time. They can raise the kid, and it doesn't have to be that way, you know. In these times, just being in a relationship, sometimes it doesn't work out. That's just the reality. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. And it's just that whole thing about it, it's you have to look at something that's bigger than yourself, and that's the kids. If you can't see that, you're not gonna be able to understand, you know. So for the people out there just wanting them to separate, that's not the best advice I would give to people that's raising kids together. You guys, I think y'all are going a little too far with that, and y'all really have to take heed of what people are going through. They have recently happened. You never know what's up next for them, so don't do that. That's real. That's real. I mean, it's really out of place. They're disrespectful. I hear Rallo and Boosie are beefing, and that whole situation to me, it's weird. Like, you don't need beef in hip hop. I feel like people need to beef to sell something. Look, man, when you're beefing, I'm not buying anything from you. But you selling weapons? No, I'm not buying anything from you when you beefing. But as far as those two going back and forth, I don't know, man. I don't. What is this over like who snitched or this and that? I don't know about whatever street stuff they got going on. But all I can see is when Rollo came out, he went back into his real estate. He started getting his life together. I think I heard like maybe one song in the opening or something like that. He did like a video, and that from that point on, I figured that this man was, he was headed down a good path. He's with the good Muslim brothers, and Boosie, I see him every now and then on YouTube. Here and there, I'll definitely check out Vlad TV's interview with Boosie. He always gives a good interview, and Boosie's up there, and he's just giving his takes on current situations. But I never ever hear him bring up Rallo. Maybe I'm wrong, and I don't know, but maybe they had some beef in the past. If anything, man, you guys are too old for that. Too old to be beefing back and forth. When both of you guys have been through like similar things, guys should know better. It's either somebody's mind ain't right in this situation. Somebody is not paying attention to themselves and they're paying attention to somebody else. Because you beefing over somebody snitching is low tier. It don't get you nowhere. Who cares who's snitching this and that? Number one, stop doing crimes. There's so many other things out here you can do to better yourself and your family. And you as a grown man, you out here still doing crimes. Get your life together. Forget that play ain't working no more. Can't you see technology is putting you guys behind the bars? Come on, man. You can do way better than that with yourself in these times. Use what God gave you, your brain. If God gave you something, a gift, that means that you might not even need school to show that gift. You might just have to find that gift inside of you and present it to the world, and boom, you're in a better place than you was before. Come on now, all this type of thing. I'm not just telling you I'm living through my experience like the locks. Are you crazy? I'm not sitting here just telling you nothing. No. The reason why my spirit up is because I see things differently. I don't have to go out there and feel bad because somebody walked by me with a Rolex. I mean, that shit is so low tier. You guys need to really get your life together and stop breaking in these people's place for all this shiny nonsense. There's so many people out there just so lost because social media took them so far out they can't swim themselves back in. Get your life together. Pay attention to the things that value in your life, your family. Budget your money right. Stop overspending on things that you really don't need. These are the type of things that you're going to hear on the constant day to day basis because people lose their lives and themselves because of these things. Come on, do better for yourself. Do better for yourself. Instead of doing breakfast, do brunch, and in the morning do some exercises. Get yourself back together. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get myself back together at the same time letting you guys know this is what the world has to do. The world needs healing. And I'm just jumping off on another note. How come when a big celebrity die or a big musician die, their music starts spreading off to a whole bunch of different people, all their rights and publishing? It's because they don't have their life in order. If you have your life in order, you can see the wolves that's coming trying to take you for all your money. But if you're high up on that stuff and pilled up, you know, by the time you get yourself sober and you're in the hospital bed, you got so many people attached to your bank account, you'll be surprised where your money's going. You'll be so surprised. You'd be so surprised, yo. You'd be so surprised. Don't think that for 1 second that people don't have an eye on the things that you own. And the look at Dame Dash and Jay Z. Look what they have to go through. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that two black men couldn't figure this thing out. And it has to be one has to be all the way crushed and one has to be all the way up. What type of nonsense is going on, man? It's embarrassing. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. I don't care how cool you feel like you are or how many jokes you could crack. It's not cool. Dame Dash, you have to really find yourself in a place after this is all over to really concentrate on you because a lot of people, like I see, they left you out there for dead. I seen it. They left you out there for dead. I seen Choke kicking up a little bit, and this is not a knock to Jay Z because we all have to understand. I see a lot of people, saying things on Jay Z and this and that, but I don't know that man well enough. I know that man from his music and the things that I champion from him. But the more and more and more I hear, it's always more of he should give this, he should do this for me, he should do that for me. In reality, nobody has to do anything for anybody. You have to do it for yourself. Regardless if you thought he was going to do something for you or you thought it was going to go this way and it went that way, you still got to do it for yourself because if the tables have turned, I'm pretty sure Jay-Z would have tried to find himself out this hole. So you have to do the same thing for yourself and get yourself out there and stop, fellas. This has to do with men, not women. Stop depending on other men. Go out there and do it for yourself. Stop depending on the next person, what he's doing. Because nowadays I see the men do more gossip than the women. Get off of that nonsense. That's feminine energy that we don't. You're not supposed to have that. Put that in your back pocket and start getting on your alpha and start paying attention to what's going on. You can't fight for your kingdom and your queen and your foundation if you're out there and you just losing sight of what's really going on. A lot of these guys got to pick up some street smarts and pick up a whole lot of other things to get themselves in line before they become a victim of this. You don't want to be a victim, you better learn. Learning is the key to getting out of everything. Are you going to become a victim of anybody else? There's nobody big enough for this. Like, it's nobody that you think, look, they shooting in crowds. The cops can only respond after the situation goes down. Don't y'all get what's going on? Don't let these people fool you with bodyguards, this and that. That's because they're scared. They're scared. Because they have every right to be their target and they know it because people out here losing their minds thinking more of this person. They do anything to get them. If they shooting in crowds, that means that bullet could have hit anybody. It's what you got up here that makes you move the right way. And you got to know what is war and who to attack and when to attack. It's not just run out there aimlessly. That ain't how you do it. You got to wisen up, young man. Wisen up. Don't be like these fools on social media laughing, keep keying, because the last thing they see is going to be a bullet behind their head. If you hit a person like a wise man, you're going to have to shoot him in front of his face. You're not going to hit him behind his back. He's going to know what's behind him. Pay attention. And pay attention and open that damn third eye and open your ears. Close your mouth, open your ears, and you'll find that life is not what you expected it to be. That's what I wanted to come on here for you guys, man. Let you guys know that there's somebody out there that uses this and sees what's going on. I'm trying to let you guys put you onto it. That's why the channel's going up. It's not because of dope pictures or the dope stories. No, because people understand it. I'm telling y'all straight truth, and I'm letting you guys know the people out there. I'm not. You can live like this. You don't have to have the most shiniest diamond chains to feel good about yourself. You don't have to have a Rolex on your arm to feel good about yourself. Yeah, that stuff is cool. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't suit you, or if you have to wear that Rolex in a place where people can't even know where their next meal is coming from, you become the meal ticket. So wake up when you're out there. Be careful when you're out there. Stop worrying about how you look and start really concentrating on how you feel. That's your health, how you feel inside. See, a rapper ain't gonna tell you how he feeling. He's just gonna tell you about how much money he's spending. And the next day he passed out. You're like, what the hell happened to him? Oh, now he was, huh? Be truthful to your people, and you'll be so surprised how that healing energy will heal you, and you will live a longer life. I love you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the new videos I drop, man. They're eye openers. I'm gonna be dropping some more reactions. I'll probably let them go for tomorrow. But the two that I have up, the banking frauds and scams, as well as what's the other one I have up? Oh, I have let me see. Hold on. It's the bank and oh, how can I forget influencers that's getting scammed? So us content creators and influencers, people are targeting us for our. You'd be surprised. You could have a little 1,000, 2,000 people, and you can make money off of that. I'm a living proof of that. You can make money just depending on how you spread yourself out and pause. That's only crazy. That deserved a pause. But how you put yourself out there on the social media and how you and what you bring in and what you have for people. And there's people in big companies that will scam you for out of your YouTube page, out of your hard-earned money, and out of the main importance, what? Your time. The time is what they want. They want you to stay up here as long as you can stay on here on this and talk to your people, they want you to talk about what they got going on. But you have to let them know, no, what you have going on is more important. And if you want to interrupt what I have going on, you have to pay this fee. Be stern about yourself, know your value, and keep building it up, keep building it up. The jobs that they're throwing to you are going to be jobs to trick you. The jobs that you make up are going to be the jobs that's going to lift you and elevate you and your family. Don't be like these people and spending your money on foolishness. You can get that stuff. Remember, I told you, if you can't buy it 3 times, don't get it at all. If you can buy it 3 times, then you can get one and enjoy yourself as it goes. I'm going to see you guys. I love you guys. It's your boy Mickey Made It. Please like and share this video because it's jewels for the youth out there. And for the youth out there looking up to people that's, leading you all in a different path, there's other people out there you can look up to, real leaders. Don't ever look up to a boss. Always look up to a leader. He'll show you how to be a leader like himself. You don't want to be a boss because bosses tell people what to do. You don't want to be that person in these times. You want to show people what to do, not tell them, all right? Love y'all, and I see y'all Friday, all right? Peace.